Hey, gang, hold up. Let me get y'all on the right introduction. Hold up. Y'all already know my audio done janked on me. Hold on one moment, gang. Oh, this ain't even it. Oh, hold up. They killed my intro. Forget all that. Hey, listen. Hey, look. Y'all know what it is. Yeah. Warm it up, though. Hey, listen. Sorry about the connection on the audio. My computer shut down on me, but y'all know exactly what it is. Hey, listen. Hold up. Because it looked like my computer giving me some issues right now. So hold on one second, gang. Y'all already know this don't make no kind of sense. All right, they tried to cap me, gang, but y'all know what it is. Yeah! Warm it up, though. You know what time it is. You know who you are when you know who you rocking with. It's your boy, phillynotion. Notion gang, salute. Hey, listen. Hey, y'all know the vibes. We coachless right now. We ain't got no sense of direction. But we about to talk about it today. Yes, sir. We opening up those call lines on official today. Y'all know how we rocking. So matter of fact, before we even get into it, gang, because I see the notification, gang, y'all in the building. I see y'all. We about to go and post this stream right now. So hold up. Let me get this stream rocking for the gang. Oh, yeah, we got a lot to talk about, gang. Listen, the coaching carousel, we know the vibes. We know what it's been. Hold up. And let me give y'all the proper warm-up because y'all already know this ain't going to cut it. We about to run this. Hold on one second. Let me get this link pinned right now. Yes, sir. That link is pinned. So, hey, y'all know what it is. Hey, listen, gang. Again, we coachless, yeah, we directionless, but we about to talk about it today. But if y'all new to this ride, y'all already know what to do. Go hit that subscribe. Again, make sure you go hit that subscribe and activate that notification just so you catch it live with all the Notion vibes. I see the notification, gang, in the building. Y'all know what it is. We on the late night. We gonna rock through it. Y'all see the link in the description field. Hey, I already see people building it up in here. And y'all already know I was going to rock today. We going to have the little ones, of course. They get the express line. So y'all know the vibes, but we got some stuff we got to rock through today. And I see I got the gang in here. Johnny Kelly, big salute. I see you, Ryan, in this thing. Philly fan all day. Hey, Nina in this thing. Big salute to you. Y'all already know what it is. Fly Eagles TV in this thing. Enrique, yes, sir. Listen, we gonna cut straight to it. I even see we got some of the trolls in the building. Ready, Red, big salute, bro. Hey, y'all already know your Dallas squad sorry too. So I ain't got nothing to hear from y'all bums. But it is what it is, my guy. We got some issues in Philly. We gonna go ahead and talk about it. Big salute, Colin. I see you in this thing. Hey, y'all know the vibes. Steven Primetime Joyce in this thing. I see you, bro. Look. Hey, I'm ripping the Band-Aid off today. I'm tired of the joke we've been seeing. Hey, listen, right now, there's only 2 teams in this National Football League that don't have a head coach. That's us and the Houston Texans. That is sorry, gang. We need to get on this fast track with the quickness and begin building this team. We don't have a coach. We don't have an offensive coordinator. We don't have a defensive coordinator. Where are we supposed to be going? What pick are we supposed to be making? None of that is going to fall in place until we get a head coach. And then to top that off, they talk about our coach, our quarterback is completely uncoachable or he's insubordinate. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. Because again, listen, we all know Carson, hey, listen, he must be a challenge to coach. But at the same time, to call him completely uncoachable, that is a joke. We need to get the right coach up in here, the right set of eyes to try to bring the best out of Carson. But at the same time, to say this organization's done any kind of justice to Carson Wentz to help him, hey, we saw 5 years of it. I'm done with it. At this point, since we wasted about 5 years of Carson's time, we need to go send him to another team where he can be successful, if you ask me. But again, listen, right now this team, we ain't got no direction. We ain't got no sense of organizational, no kind of clarity right now. So we need to get it all figured out. But that's what the whole gang is here for today, because we're going to bring some of y'all in and we're going to talk about the state of this team. We're going to talk about all of this nonsense today. So, hey, listen, real quick, I see I got my youngin' backstage. So, again, I'm going to try to express the young ones through first, and then I'm going to probably get on a rant. Y'all know what it is, and whoever's cycling through this thing, we going to talk about it. But again, right now, the state of these Eagles, we are coachless. Yes, sir. So, hey, let me bring my guy, young Braden, into this thing. What is going on, my guy? Hey, salute me first and foremost, man. How you feeling right now without a coach, my guy?
I'm feeling good, honestly.
I understand that. How did you feel when Doug got fired? Was that something that you actually wanted for?
I was hyped.
Hyped, my man. Hey, you really did you really want Doug to make an exit out of here?
Yes, I was like, yes.
Braden, I love it, my man. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, Braden. That's not really the plan that I wanted. I would have wanted for Doug to have some kind of an offensive coordinator.
I wanted Howie out there, but
we can agree to that one.
I wanted Doug to be out too. And let's talk about this team. Let's first talk about who did a 9-hour interview with that Josh dude. I forget his last name.
Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, they had a 9-hour interview. I think it's going to either be him or Deuce. Definitely him or Deuce.
So you think we might go either internally or we might go possibly Josh McDaniels from the Patriots? Which one would you choose?
I would choose Deuce just because he's been in the system for like 22 years.
Okay. Listen, I can't even argue with the actual Deuce selection. Yes, sir. Be more in this thing. I see you, bro. Big salute. Hey, listen. Hey, forget all these Dallas Cow trolls up in here talking nonsense, talking about we're finished. Hey, they already know we gonna come back next year as soon as we get a coach because we're trying to figure that out. But at the same time, I think Deuce deserves a coaching spot.
I do. I think he can really deserve a coaching spot. I sadly think Carson Wentz will start next season because they're interviewing people to work with Carson Wentz. They're like, interview Josh McDaniels. They're like, well, if you're we gotta have you work with Carson Wentz. And I have a question for you.
Absolutely.
Do you think Jeffrey Lurie is a good owner?
So I'm going to tell you right now, I believe Jeffrey Lurie is a good owner. Yeah. But right now, I don't believe that with the plan him and Howie have in place, because of how tight their friendship is, I don't think he's making the best owner moves. But I do believe he's a good owner. But I don't think with him and Howie together, he's not really showing us good ownership.
Yeah, him and Howie are like practically best friends.
They're bad together as a business move. But definitely, I believe Jeffrey Lurie is a good owner.
If you were GM, out of 4 coaches, he survived like 5 coaches. If you were a regular GM, you would be out of there by the second one.
So, okay, let me ask you a quick.
Even I could be the coach. This is how, I could be the coach. I could coach.
I believe it, Braden.
From wide receiver screens to Jalen Reagor, coach our players. I will be a motivator. Got to motivate them.
We definitely need a motivator, and that's one of the things that actually.
Doug Peterson. Where do you think Doug will go? Where do you think he'll go?
So honestly, if I'm Doug Peterson, and from what is being said, he might take a year off this year, and I don't blame him. But I don't think he's going to be taking a step down role because right now a lot of people want him to be an offensive coordinator.
I think he could go
So
to the Seattle Seahawks.
as a coordinator, maybe?
Yeah. And then,
Okay. Yeah, he's not taking Pete Carroll's job. That's he's.
But then when Pete Carroll retires, he could be their head coach.
That is a possibility, my guy. So
Pete Carroll is like 73 years old. He's going to retire soon.
Eventually, that time's going to come, but Pete Carroll's still looking good. So let me ask you, is Carson Wentz uncoachable? Do you think Carson Wentz
Let's start off with this. No. He's not.
He's not coachable?
He can be coached.
He can be coached. I like it. Okay.
If we have a good team around him, to be coached, he needs a good team around him. He needs the right coach for him. Because some coaches aren't like that. They don't want to Carson Wentz is a player who he likes to make decisions on his own. He doesn't like to coach. He's best when he makes decisions on his own and not when the coach is forcing him to do whatever he wants, like forcing him to stay back in pocket throw. Like in 2017, he was not being forced. You can tell. He was just playing good. So, my opinion, with a coach that is not forcing him to do stuff,
okay,
it's going to be a great player like the 2017 season. 2018 season, he was a little forced, but he was still decent. But this season, he was forced a lot. Doug forced almost every throw. Told him where to throw it at this time. And that's why he got sacked a lot. I think if he just doesn't do that, I think he's going to be fine. Like, if he just, does what he does, say, low curl route. And Doug says, you gotta, or coach says, you got it. Like, this season, on a curl route, he's going to just throw it out. Like, he's just going to, Doug forces him to throw to the certain receiver.
So a lot of that, you can kind of see Doug kind of messing that up, you believe?
Yeah, I'm like, if he was basic,
I see that.
In 2017 season, he didn't miss his throws. He wasn't pressured by Doug, and he could do what he wanted to do.
I think you're hitting the nail on the head there. And that's one of the things I want this organization to understand is sometimes, it's not all about necessarily, how he's
forcing
learning.
the player to do what they want them to do. It's the player playing the game like he wants to, and that's how teams succeed. Like, take the Chiefs as an example. Andy Reid lets his player play the game and doesn't force them to make throws. Like, say he's like, this guy's going to be open. He's going to, want him to throw it there, but he's not going to be furious if he doesn't throw it there. Like,
bro, you kicking facts, bro. Let him know.
And, for example, that's why Patrick Mahomes is so good. Andy Reid does not force plays. Like, say there's a little, in at curl route. He's going to be like, this guy might be open, but you don't need to throw to him because if you see somebody open, it's better for a team. And, for the defense, Jim Schwartz was the coach. He was like, all right, if you do this, we're doing this. And our defense is just not good. Our defense is just not good. Thanks, Ethan. And I think this team is a really good, this team, let's think about this. This team, when you think about it, is really, it's a good team. This is a playoff caliber team. Even with some injuries, it's still a playoff caliber team.
Okay.
But I think we need to get the right coach. For our defense, say we're playing zone say we're playing zone, right? I don't know zone or man plays. I know, curl routes and routes. I don't know, man, one, whatever it's called. I just know zone and man. So let's talk about they're doing a zone deep play. This is why the Chiefs and teams that have good defense are so good. They're this, you got to cover this spot. But if you see a man wide open, you can go coverage him. But with our team, he's you got to cover that spot. Don't leave it. That's why people get open, because because they just stay. But on other teams, that's not going to happen because they switch. And they put the better defender on the place that's going to be more open because they're actually smart and they actually got brains when Jim Schwartz doesn't.
I love it, Braden. And that's a complete example right there.
And
again, yes, it appears Carson didn't get to play within the offense. He was told what he needed to do.
Yeah, and even for special teams. Like, same example. This is what, like, Justin Tucker, yeah, he's a good kicker. But the reason why the Ravens are super duper good and, like, teams that have good special teams is, first of all, when on the return, they actually have a guy who they rely on to take it out, and like he's actually they're like run this play right, and they see a hole, and they're like, and then like they actually have blockers, like they tell the blockers to block, but if you see a open hole where a man's just going, you block there, and then like it's just simple football when you think about it.
Hey, Braden, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna ask you one quick question. I'm gonna bring a couple other callers on here too, but I need to know from you because again, a lot of this stuff we still have Carson and Jalen on this team.
Yeah, and
but I'd like to know who would your actual preferred coach be?
From Josh McDaniels and Deuce.
Who would you actually have your coach be? Either Josh McDaniel or Deuce?
Deuce, because his experience with this team.
Okay.
Just for that fact. He knows.
Let me ask you, who's your quarterback that you're bringing out with Deuce Staley?
Let's first start with this. Preseason, I would have Jalen Hurts start for some of the, like Jalen Hurts start for the first half, and then put Wentz for the second half to see compared if one and whoever has and then I would go to the office. Whoever had the better overall stats at the end will start week 1. And I think Jalen Hurts is a quarterback who he's a free he's a quarterback who if he sees an open hole, he's gonna take off. If he sees like a man on the 4 verts and he can tell he's gonna be wide open, he's gonna look there. But if he sees another man, he's gonna throw it there. That's the type of dude Jalen Hurts is. Carson Wentz is a dude, sees an open man, he's gonna pass it no matter what.
It's gonna be interesting, Brady.
He won the Super Bowl in 2017. Our O-line actually blocked because
facts.
This season, our O-line was not blocking just because Doug Peterson was like, okay, if you get beat, you're benched, and they were under pressure to actually do good. But 2017, they're like, you make a mistake, it's okay, we'll just work on it. And
we're gonna see how this thing works out, Braden. And I'm gonna tell you what, right? This team has a big decision that they have to make. Whoever they choose for their head coach, again, this is going to set
a big decision.
It's going to set the tone for the franchise. So
it's going to set the tone for the franchise for another 15, 20 years.
Yes, sir. Because again, if we fail on this, who are we going to be looking at? Who do you hold responsible if we miss out on our head coach this year?
Jeffrey Lurie, because he's making this decision, it looks like. He's making this decision.
Yes, sir. So
Howie is, by the way, Howie is going to be after Howie, I think, has to go. Howie cannot draft for dear life. First of all,
Howie's drafting card does need to be revoked, my guy. We know that.
Stanford, they're supposed to be smart kids and not football players. They're supposed to be nerds and smart kids.
Facts, Braden. Hey, listen, I'm going to bring some other callers on, my guy.
DK Metcalf.
Hey, he passed up on DK Metcalf. Bro, again, listen, Justin Jefferson, we can go down the list. How he makes me sick with his drafting.
He has potential and is fast. Quez Watkins is so underrated.
But we don't play the talent. I don't understand it, Braden.
Normal coaches would actually play the talent. They would actually put in the talent, play them.
We need you as coach, Braden. That's what I'm saying. You know what? We're going to change this whole thing. Braden for the Philadelphia Eagles coach because he's got more sense than having this organization that we have up here. So, Hey, Braden, salute to you, my guy. Let me get a fly Eagles fly for you out of here, bro.
Phillynotion G offensive coordinator.
Hey.
Philly Talk Podcast defensive coordinator. Tone the Shields GM. Owner, we can keep Jeffrey Lurie. He's a good owner, in my opinion.
I love it, Braden. That's exactly
and
how we rock.
Of all the fans will be the fans who make actual decisions. They will make some decisions. They'll actually have a say in it.
Hey, you know that's how we rocking, Braden. Let them know. Fly, Eagles, fly. And
Fly,
until
Eagles, fly.
next time, Notion Gang, salute, my guy. Yes, sir. Hey, listen. My guy, Braden, be up here kicking the facts. Y'all see it right there. Hey, listen. I'm going to bring on my next guest. Oh, man. I'm seeing stars already. But hold up. You already know what it is. Hold up. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me give y'all the order real quick because I see I got, again, special guest back here. Hey, moving the chains. Yes, sir.
No fun.
Salute to you. Hey, we got some Dallas ones in the house. We gotta welcome them in. Hey, what it looking like? What you got to say today, moving chains? Because you know, hey, we don't want no part of y'all's coaching staff. We don't want it. No, sir. Okay, talk to me, girl. How you doing today?
Braden is about to take my job and your job. That's number one. That's the first problem. Now, that coaching staff thing, I've been giving that a lot of thought, and I just couldn't figure it out. I was like, what are they even doing? I mean, Kellen Moore, he's okay as an offensive coordinator. He's cut along, but he's only in his third year. He was a quarterback coach for 1 year, OC for 2 years. He's 32 years old. Why do you even want to interview
we're gonna get a quick pulse check of this real quick. Hey, everybody in the chat, give me a thumbs up if y'all hearing this Kellen Moore for the Eagles, hey, Philadelphia head coach job. Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Listen,
Kellen Moore, honestly, he might be a very good coordinator, or he may be a good head coach in this league. Honestly, he don't need that opportunity here. No.
No. And I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan, and I want him as our head coach. So I didn't understand why they even wanted to really interview him. And I'm wondering if it wasn't just a headline grab just to stir something up. I know Jerry does that a lot, so I'm used to it. And I feel like that contract is probably coming, and maybe it's already signed. But yeah, he's going to wait till Super Bowl weekend to drop that huge Dak Prescott contract on the world and still headline, because that's what Jerry does. And I wonder if the Kellen Moore interview wasn't just a media get, because I don't understand why you guys even wanted to interview him. And nothing against Kellen Moore, but he's too young and he doesn't have enough experience. It didn't make any sense.
I mean, no, and I was just going to count on that. I mean, it may not have made sense. And I understand right now, the Eagles, we're trying to go through every coaching, trying to get the pulse from everybody. So I understand Kellen Moore, yes, he might have been a hot, ringing name, in Dallas. I understand that. I'm not convinced. I'm sorry. Y'all still went 8-8 with Kellen Moore. So I ain't trying to hear that. But at the same time, listen, I understand he is a young and upcoming coach. Eventually, he's going to get an opportunity. But why our Philadelphia Eagles are interviewing anybody with a Dallas star on their logo is absolutely absurd to me.
I was in your DMs a few weeks ago. I told you who y'all need to hire. You go out, you get yourself Donald. The fool ain't got no job. And even if you lose, he's going to tell everybody you won and bring in a bunch of lawyers. Man, you're going to damn Super Bowl. Hire the man. Hire Donald Trump.
Absolutely not. We ain't. Listen, we trying to figure this team out right now. Bottom line, listen, we got bigger issues, honestly, than just the coach. But we're going to find out all this. Let me ask you a quick take.
Garrett, you guys need the clap. And had to clap, and it's your turn now. Jason Garrett. Adam
Jason Garrett, ain't it? Hey, let me ask you real quick. And I know, listen, I want your honest, non-biased opinion. Who are you more concerned with quarterback-wise? I understand, listen, you saw about 5 years Carson now, but between our situation with Carson and Jalen Hurts.
I would have let Carson go after the second year. I don't know why you guys held on as long as you did.
Fair enough. So we should have let go of him after his second year.
I would have cut ties with that a long time ago.
Okay, so in his second year, you do understand that was his year that he brought us to the Super Bowl. So maybe what, after that year? What, after you mean after the injury? Okay.
I would have.
You know, right now, again,
but after that year, I would have kept Foles. And I may not have Foles like right now today. I may still end up with Hurts, but I would have had Jalen since the Super Bowl through this last season. I wouldn't have had Wentz then. Got rid of him back then. I didn't think Wentz was that great to begin with.
Okay, that's respectable. That's
Cowboys that drafted Wentz. I would have been really cheesed off. But I'm overly critical though. Facts. I went all those years. I've been a Cowboys fan since 1977. I've got a closet full of jerseys. Not one of them says Tony Romo on it. Tony Romo wasn't worth my time. He was a lousy quarterback. He's a nice guy. He's a great announcer, and I love him on CBS, but he was a lousy quarterback. He looked good on paper. He looked like crap on the field. And I think Carson Wentz is a lousy quarterback, and you guys should have cut that string a long time ago. Maybe go. You guys have some salary cap issues. I would probably get rid of Wentz. I would stick with Hurts and give Hurts one more year. And if it's not working out, then maybe try to get a quarterback high in the 2022 draft. But I think for right now, I think Hurts will get you through next season. And he got a little experience under his belt this year. You give him a good preseason, let him go in there as the starter, make it his team. He's gonna do good for you. He's gonna do good for you.
Listen, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue your statement on that.
But that's okay. Very few people will come next season. So don't worry about that. Don't judge him off that, all right?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, moving the chains. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with you that, pretty much, hey, it's on the wall. I'm not sure really what direction this team is gonna go with. If they do want to go more of a cheaper route, I mean, regardless, Carson's on the books next year, regardless. So in my opinion, they need to go ahead and battle it out. But at this,
I haven't looked up what is going to be your dead money hit if they release him on June 1st.
I believe it's like $34 million, somewhere along those lines.
The whole thing on June 1st. Don't check on that.
I believe unless Howie works out some kind of cap wizardry of some sort, which I don't know how that works, but yeah, I believe it's a dead cap hit of $34 million.
You get two cuts you can make on June the 1st, and there's rules to it, but the dead money cap hit is going to be very small. It basically gets you out of the contract. I know, like the example I know off the top of my head, for this next coming season, the Cowboys owe Jalen Smith like $9.8 million. If we were to cut him on June the 1st, the dead money hit would be $2.6 million.
Interesting.
And that gets out of that contract. So check on that.
Oh yeah.
If
we definitely gonna have to see, because honestly, we're in cap hell regardless. So
in the draft on April 24th, even if it's not a first rounder, if you guys go and get yourself like a third or fourth round quarterback to back up Hurts, then I think you say goodbye to Wentz on June 1st. That's how you get out of that contract without the huge dead money hit.
Hey, y'all hearing it from a Dallas fan here. Hey, and she's being unbiased, putting it out there. And listen, I'm not gonna knock it. I mean, that at least sounds like a plan. Mm-hmm. But again, hey, I don't know what this organization is gonna do, because we ain't got a coach right now. We ain't got no kind of direction. So I don't know who's coaching Carson, who's coaching Jalen. We have no idea. But one thing is a fact. Listen, I'm not into quarterback feelings and all of that. So honestly, I don't really care if Carson's going to be upset next year because he has to battle it out, or because Jalen may take his spot. Hey, I'm not even going to be mad if for whatever reason they both don't work out and this team needs to go ahead and hit the redraft on a quarterback. But one thing that is for certain is whoever is the best player for that position needs to be rolling out there on that field come, hey, whoever we start off with, and I hope it's y'all this year. We don't never get to play Dallas, but I would love to open the season whooping y'all's behind. So please believe.
We are going to rebuild this secondary. We're going to be Dan Quinn is going to come in there. He's going to make the Legion of Boom 2.0, and it's going to be in Texas, my friends.
Hey, well, yeah, you already know. Hey, go check Moving the Chains out. Hey, she's a great article writer. Hey, catch her on Twitter. Let them know where to find you at. Hey, so they can get some of this. Hey, sometimes we got to keep our eye on the enemy too. So sometimes, I got to swing by there, see what's going on in Dallas land. She writes great articles about it. So y'all go check her out. Let them know where to find you at.
You guys can find me on WordPress. I'm Moving the Chains. And you can follow me over on Twitter. And I accept all fans, even Eagles fans, at Chains Moving. I link all of my articles. I link all the Notions videos. And it's a good time. So, yeah, come say hey.
Hey, you already know, Moving the Chains. Hey, we going to stay in contact because I'm going to let y'all know we're the culture. Y'all hella trash, but it is what it is. Y'all on the couch with us. Hey, so y'all trash juice too. Y'all know the vibes. But hey.
Getting dropped off twice, baby. Twice by us.
Negative. That's cap. But hey, listen. Hey, till next time, Moving the Chains. Appreciate you as always. Notion gang, salute.
Notion. Bye.
Already. Hey, listen. Hey, hold up. My apologies, Flagel CV. You on next, my guy. Hey, listen. Hey, again, sometimes we get in this Dallas hate also. They coming in here with the, I understand right now, a lot of this stuff, Carson hasn't done anything to hush these doubters up. But at the same time, listen, right now, we've got two competent quarterbacks on this team. So, in my opinion, and y'all make sure y'all check out my video I dropped before this, but iron does sharpen iron. And if we got two competent quarterbacks on this team, I want to see the best quarterback get the job. Again, hey, this ain't no shade on Carson. He's getting paid, or he got his bag for $30 million or however much money he got. So at this point, I'm not worrying about paychecks. I'm worrying about getting this team wins, and I want to win like now. So, hey, it starts by, of course, getting our head coach. I don't know who that's going to be, but we need to get it figured out ASAP. So, real quick, let me bring my guy Fly Eagles TV in this thing. You already know what's going on. Big salute to you.
What's up?
You already know. Hey, let's go open it up with, of course, how you feeling about this coaching search right now?
Frustrated. I'm kind of ticked off. This team's a mess. The front office, Harry Roseman, I don't know why the hell he's still freaking here. But his contract's up next season. And I swear to God, if Jeffrey Lloyd gets him a new contract, I might flip off. Like, I thought Jeffrey Lloyd was a good He might be the worst. He might be worse than James Dillon. So he better not. That's saying something. But I don't know about James McDaniels. I don't want to get another Andy Reid tree coach. I'm gonna go on fresh, like go to a different tree or get a young mind like Joe Brady. I don't know about Josh McDaniels. It's just kind of sketchy.
I'm not really sold on the Josh McDaniels also. Again, for whatever reason, I just, I understand right now from what this owner's looking for, he's looking for some kind of an offensive coach, offensive-minded type of a coach. And, of course, when you think about the history and the years of success the Patriots have had, of course, you got Bill Belichick, you got Tom Brady, and, of course, they're going to look at the coordinator, who was Josh McDaniels. So,
yeah.
I mean, right that off of that alone, that's going to give the Eagles, happy vibes that, hey, maybe this guy can come in and bring an explosive offense. Hey, maybe he does fit that system. He worked under Bill Belichick. I mean, we know how Bill Belichick kind of presents himself. So,
and one more thing about Josh McDaniels, how much power in you have is, Howard Roseman take all the power, and the another question is, I heard he's getting a staff to go, and I heard he wants to hire Aaron Gase as an OC, and he said Matt Patricia. I don't know. It depends what scheme he wants on defense. Which I do not want to run a 3-4 like we did in Chip Kelly's days. Because if we want a 3-4, you can Graham should be gone. Because he will not fit this scheme if we want a 3-4.
So what I'm looking at defensively right now, I mean, and again, a lot of this I think is going to fall in place once we get our head coach. But there's a couple people I'm looking at defensively right now, and I know one of those people. I mean, I've been looking at the defensive back from the Saints. I believe his name's like Aaron Glenn. I mean, he's been a good mention. You also got Todd Bowles right now, who, in my opinion, he was once with the Eagles. Listen, he's got the Bucs right now, and that defense looking solid. So I wouldn't mind kicking tires on that. But again, as you stated, I don't know if this team's going to transition from a 4-3 to a 3-4. A lot of that, I'm sure, is going to depend on what coach prefers what. But right now, the skill strength based off of this team is more suited to a 4-3, in my opinion. So,
and one more thing, we interviewed that linebacker coach from the Patients. I wouldn't mind if he's like the DC, going to linebacker to DC. So, it's difficult. This team's like a damn mess right now. I like Joe Blade, to be honest. I think he's like 31, and the Panthers were okay on offense, but they did some tricks and some, when I was watching, they've been doing like fake punts, so I wouldn't mind the annual tree, but I want to go flush. I don't know well, but I just want to go flush. And Deuce Staley, I'm not. I'd be okay, but I'm not. I want somebody out of the bandwidth, out of the annual tree. Enough is enough of the annual tree. Let's go selling out and get a flush mind. I would like Wick and Wally, but I was from sale the GM. That's not happening. So
I'm on board with that completely. Also, get Lincoln Riley up in here again. If the Eagles really want Lincoln Riley, which they wanted him, I believe, before they hired Doug Peterson. Listen, go pay this man and go get the man that you want for the job. I mean, right now, again, Deuce, he deserves a spot. But right now, just the mess in this dynamic, the way this situation is, it's not really set up, in my opinion, for him to succeed. It's not set up for nobody to succeed. But I'm going to tell you what, if they strongly want Lincoln Riley, I mean, maybe I'm getting it wrong here. I don't believe that coaching. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do coaching, I guess, numbers of their salary, does that go against our cap number? If not, go pay that man what he needs to get paid to bring your coach up in here.
Yeah, because Matt Wool got paid $10 million last year for 6 or 10 years. I forgot the number. I think it was $60 million for 6 years.
I'm telling you, the Raiders did that with Gruden. They really wanted Gruden. They went out and paid that man and got the job done. So, hey, I'm all aboard with you. I do want something fresh also. But at the same time, look, I want somebody to be held accountable, because I don't want this to be a situation that if the coaching falls apart, the excuse after that's going to be, well, our coaching staff, we didn't have a good amount, of people to select from. The coaching staff reduced. No, I'm not trying to hear that from this team. Go get who you want to get now. This is a big, huge decision for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they need to get this one right.
Yeah, and another decision is the quarterback. who need to be the quarterback? I know they said they want Carson Wentz, but it would be kind of dumb if they saw Jalen Hurts, but Doug wanted Hurts to start for the future. So if Hurts is starting, I might have a problem with that. The only reason why you follow Doug is Doug wanted to keep Hurts instead of Wentz. So if they saw Hurts, I'm gonna be kind of mad because they should have they should kept Doug. I would honestly I wanted to clean the house, but they're not finding how. Hopefully he's going next year. This way his contract is spoiled. If he gets another contract extension, it's over. We're screwed.
Hey, that can't be said enough. But a lot of this, again, is going to depend on what head coach we choose. And a lot of that, this search right now, I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to ask you a question. Do you feel as though this is an attractable market? I don't believe it is, because right now, coaches, why would a coach want to come here? You're coming to a team that's $50 million under the cap. You're coming into a team with a quarterback controversy. You're coming to a team where the owner's going to pretty much telling you what to do. So I don't know what coach is going to bite for that. It definitely has to be a coach, that's either familiar with that type of situation or somebody that's getting paid a lot of money. So the Eagles need to figure this out. And the more time we waste, hey, it is what it is. We're going to miss out on a good coach.
Yeah, well, 51. I just checked over the cap like 2 days ago. After we restructured Alshon Murray Jackson contract with like $51 million. So I got a question. What's to say if we rebuild? Will you trade Zach Ertz and Dallas Gow? His Gow's contract's up after this year, so why not get? What's to say we're rebuilding? Let's get value for Dallas Gow too if we can. When play the 8 games next season at the trade deadline, try trading for like a second and third round pick. Because I don't know what you're gonna get for Zach Ertz. For a 4th round pick, I don't think you're getting a second and a third. I think you might get a 4th.
Maybe for Zach Ertz. I mean, right now, honestly, yeah. Like, I think we should have benched. That's another thing. We should have benched Ertz sooner, in my opinion, because, again, his trade value went down as we saw him continue to play and he wasn't producing. So I believe we're going to be lucky to get like a 4th rounder, a 3rd or 4th rounder from him. But, again, it's going to have to go to a desperate team, and I really don't know. I don't know. Honestly, they might package him up because, again, Carson Wentz, his only blanket, his only target that he's had his entire time in Philly was Zach Ertz. Hey, last year or this past season, our leading receiver for our team was Travis Fulgham with 500 and something yards, and we don't even play him.
Yeah, we basically benched him for a slow-ass Alshon Jeffrey.
Exactly. He was our leading receptionist this past season. So that lets you know how pathetic of an offense we have right now. Listen.
And that's another thing. Boston Scott, I don't know. It's like I forgot what.
He ain't it either. Corey Clement ain't it either. We need to start cleaning house. Yeah. These running backs, I'm going to tell you right now, listen, we ain't even give Elijah Holyfield a chance. We've been playing around with my guy, Adrian Killins, for the longest, putting him on the practice squad, ain't even trying to look at his talent. This team has been a joke. And for whatever new coach comes in this house, they need to draw the line in the sand like ASAP and let these coaches know we're going to try to see what this talent really looks like.
And they didn't even play Jason Huntley a lot. We picked up. He was like a 5th round draft pick for the Lions. But because Glenn Wall, Boston Scott, and like Travis Fulgham are like free agents, so now like free agents where they can go anywhere. The Eagles have to put a choice on them or something. I forgot what they're called, but they're free agents if the Eagles don't hold on to them. Oh, they got a choice.
So, real quick, my guy, let me know your final thoughts real quick, because I'd like to know from you. Hey, real quick, who would you prefer? Who's on the top of your coaching radar right now? Who do you want to be the head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles?
on the coaching way, I'm gonna be realistic. Joe Boy. I like Joe Boy, to be honest.
Joe Brady? Okay.
Yeah, because look at Sean McVay. He was like 34. I don't know when he was age. He was the OC for Washington, and he got the Rams, and his golf is working okay. I I like Joe Boy. I I have to deny your how it, but I don't know what coaching, not another coaching thing. Do Staley, I guess, denying how a Chiefs OC or the quarterback coach. I don't, there's not really many choices. There's, there is choices, but he wants to come in because Harry Wilson's have all the power. So
Absolutely.
there's not a lot of choices. Like if the Eagles with them have power, and there's not a lot of choices. Then you have Josh McDaniels or Joe Boy or Deuce, or then you have a no name. That what it's gonna come down to. I don't see us handling the Chiefs OC or Mike Castle because I would love the Bills OC, but he's not coming here.
Oh, Brian DeBull? Yeah, no, he's not attracted to Philly, rightfully so. A lot of coaches, they look at this market and it's not attractable. And our owners are acting like we got this, we could take our time, which Jeffrey Lurie said in his interview that this is going to take time, which I understand that. We need to thoroughly interview these coaches. But at the same time,
we're 50 million over the cap. We don't got time. We're 50 million over the cap. So Harry Wilson and Jeffrey Lurie, the front office, needs to get their brain together and get this coaching and walk on the cap. They better be walking their asses off by tomorrow.
I'm hoping, my guy, and that's something I'm expecting, possibly within this next week. I'm hoping that the Eagles make an announcement, at least of some type of coaching consideration. Again, they may have their eye on Eric Bieniemy, from the Chiefs, somebody that they may be looking at a Super Bowl contending type of a team. I don't know yet. But at the same time, the Eagles need to hurry up because a lot of these pieces, they're not going to fall into effect until we get a coach. So
yeah, if we wait to the Super Bowl to hire a coach, it'd be February with agency starts in 1 month. So you basically got a month and a couple of weeks to get you cap under the cap, because I think you have to be under the cap by a certain day or something. But
hey, my guy, listen.
They just better wake the hell up.
They got to get it figured out quickly.
Wake up, or bad things are happening in Philly next year.
Hey, I'm honestly already bracing for possibly next year. It may not go as electric as we want it because we in full rebuild now. We don't know what to expect.
Yeah, we could actually still win this East. I don't think Giants don't wait. The division would be bad anyways. Giants don't have a quarterback. Now it just freaking sucks. The Cowboys don't have a quarterback. Because Dak Prescott's not under contract, you delusional Cowboy fans. In the Washington football team, you got Alex Smith and Kyle Allen. And Smith is injured, and Kyle Allen just can't come off a broken leg. So they might get Cam Newton, but Cam Newton not really good when he's old. So
complete facts. That whole division is going to be trash juice again. And I believe you're right. We have a chance to actually win the division just because next year the division is probably going to be straight sorry again. So
if we get a coach that fits Carson Wentz, the Josh McDaniels things, if he can fist Carson Wentz, okay. But if he fist Carson Wentz, remember when Seattle released Earl Thomas and all those Legion and Boone, and they said Seahawks are going in full rebuild mode. Russell Wilson was doing good, top 5 quarterback. If we can I'm not saying get Wentz to a top 10, top 5. If we can just get Wentz to expected like a decent quarterback or above average. I
We'll
just
be all
want
right.
I just want a quarterback that's above average or average. And when you and I know people need to be mad, but if people are saying Justin Jefferson doing so good, but if Justin Jefferson was on the Eagles, you don't know because the Eagles don't know how to put those players in position.
He'd be trash on our team. Absolutely.
And same with DK Metcalf, he's good, but he got Wilson and he got coaches that coach him up.
Exactly.
We need a coach. We need a coach. I'm not calling Rigo a bust yet, but if we can get a coach that can scheme people open like Rigo, Chris Watkins, John Hightower, that will get Miles Sanders in the passing game. If
We got the talent. Yes.
If we get on Joe Boy, I'm actually gonna be happy because they got Christian McCaffrey. They had Christian McCaffrey, so I hope he used him like Christian McCaffrey in the pass game in the running game. But
I understand Joe Brady. You know, again, Joe Brady has a lot of those ties. Again, working with Joe Burrow. I mean, again, if we may be getting Jamar Chase up in here, yes, sir. Hey, listen.
Oh yeah,
I'm all for it. Let's get Joe Brady up in here to possibly work with that. But at the same time, I don't know what this organization is going to do. We really haven't seen Joe Brady, you know, kind of do it on that kind of an NFL stage as of yet. And our quarterbacks, we don't even know who we're rolling out there yet.
And one more thing about the draft. I wouldn't mind if we go wide receiver, but I really want Michael Parsons out of Penn State. Like, we need a game-changing linebacker. I'll get Patrick Surtain to just have big play slay and Patrick Surtain because you probably still have a decent D-line. Because that Jackson's that gone. I don't know about Cox, Hargrave. You still got Josh Sweat. We just need to trade all these old players for draft picks. If we're going like full rebuild mode, you might as well trade what you can get for a high value.
Hey, true. I'm gonna tell you right now, we got a lot of stuff that this team needs to go ahead and we need to get on the fast track. I understand this process doesn't need to be rushed, but we need to go ahead and make this selection for this coach. So, hey, my guy, listen, I'm gonna try to get it. Look like I got my guy Edwin. Hey, listen, I'm gonna try to rock through my guy next. Hey, last thoughts real quick. Hey, who's gonna be our quarterback? You think? Hey, rolling out come next year, 2021. Who's going to be the starting quarterback?
Carson Wentz, 100%. Because you don't follow Doug Peterson if Carson Wentz is 9 years old next year. And a period.
There it is. My man's rocking with the Carson. Hey, listen, I'm pulling for Carson. Again, I want the best man for the job. So I just want to see whatever offensive coach we get up in here or whatever the scheme is. The scheme definitely better be different, and we better be scheming people open to try to hopefully score some points. So whoever that man is, he's going to have two competent quarterbacks to work with. Whether that's, hey, Carson Wentz, yes, sir. Ring check, yes, sir. He has one of those. And Jalen Hurts, absolutely. So we're going to find out, my guy.
Okay, see ya.
Hey, you already know, Fly Eagle CV. Notion gang, salute. Already, gang. So, hey, listen, we're going to bring in, look like I got my guy Edwin chilling backstage. So, real quick, I want to talk, just get my mind off of this whole Carson Wentz being uncoachable thing. Because I believe that's an absolute joke. This media has been doing everything possible to try to pretty much, hey, sabotage Carson Wentz like nobody can coach this man. No, just like everybody else in this world, listen, you got different type of learners. You got people that may learn visually. You got people that may learn by audible. You got people that are hands-on learners that need to go out there and do the job, right? So, hey, listen, whatever coach that's coaching Carson Wentz needs to figure out what that skill set is to try to help Carson Wentz. So, I'm not going to sit here and throw in a towel saying Carson Wentz is uncoachable. It's possible the coach we had up in here just definitely wasn't connecting with Carson Wentz like that. So, listen, by saying Carson Wentz is completely uncoachable, He was insubordinate, changing plays at the line. Listen, I'm not buying all that. Yeah, I'm sure he did change plays at the line, especially when the coach is putting him in some ridiculous positions also. But at the same time, to say Carson is completely uncoachable, nah, I'm not buying that. There's, I'm sure, a coach within this league that's going to connect the dots with Carson. And unfortunately, I don't believe, and we're going to see, unless we get a coach up in here that is going to work with Carson, I don't believe that he's honestly going to fit this plan moving forward. I'm bracing for it now, even though, again, listen, y'all can't tell me Carson ain't got the skill set to succeed. But for 5 years now, this team has not done anything to help out Carson Wentz or surround him with talent. So I don't expect no kind of changes moving forward, especially with Howie Roseman leading the ship and Jeffrey Lurie co-signing for all this. So that's how I feel on this. Hey, let me go and bring my guy Edwin on real quick, because I know, hey, listen, he sure got some things to say. Hey, he's chilling backstage. Hey, salute to my guy Edwin. What's going on with you, bro? Hey, first and foremost, man, I know we coming in hot, man. Let me know about your coaching thoughts right now, man. How you feel about this coaching carousel we got going on?
Super disappointed. Philly, don't you think Carson Wentz should be on those interviews? If it's the most important piece, wouldn't it be? That's part of it.
Honestly, you would think so, because if the Eagles, and that's that thing, why are the Eagles using that as a pitch point to say, listen, you can be the head coach here, but you better fix Carson? Like, the coaches are going to be like, what if we don't want to fix Carson? Like, we want the best player to try to win games. It might not be Carson. It might be Carson. But let a coach choose that, is what I'm saying. But at the same time, like, yeah, you're right. If the Eagles truly believe Carson's that guy, Carson needs to be in every last one of them interviews to try to pick out which coach.
Yeah.
So that's fact, my guy.
Yeah, to me, they don't believe on him no more. I think he and it proves it on that article. Like I hated that article. And they said that he was in the draft, and he wanted Justin Jefferson. So if he really was drafting supposedly, then he would have got. I think we're a mess. We're like 3-4 years behind just because of Howie, and I think Josh Daniels will be a good guy because he's an alpha, and I think he has the pedigree. But usually those Patriot coaches are very arrogant too, though. So we might have another Doug.
Dougie P?
Yeah. So I don't know how humble he is. You know what I mean? Like but he's an alpha, and and he has 6 Super Bowls in his fingers, so he has a bigger say. So I think we're a mess. I think we're like rebuilt for real, and it's gonna take long, especially if how we drafts too.
I completely agree. I'm honestly preparing again. We're in a full-fledged rebuild process right now. We don't have an offense, coordinator. We ain't got no kind of coach, no defensive nothing right now. This team is looking a complete mess, and I don't think we're done. I think we're going to end up firing Press Taylor. We're going to get a new quarterback coach up in here. I don't even know. We might do something with the scouting staff. Ain't no telling. But right now, in order to move forward with this team, we need a head coach. And right now, with the Eagles and the coaching pool shrinking, I just hope we ain't getting just, the random, leftovers or whatever's not left on the coaching tree. Right now, I'm hearing the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs, but the Texans are hiring, or they're interviewing Eric Bieniemy right now. So,
yeah. Do you want to go back to the Andy Reid tree again, though? That's what I was thinking.
Honestly, me again. If you want to ask what coach I want a fresh new start. I'm going against the grain. Let's get Lincoln Riley up in here. That's kind of where I'm at it. Let's go with the college approach. Surround him with a good core behind him, a good offensive coordinator, bring in a good defensive technician, and let's get it done. Hey, listen, when Chip Kelly came in that year, when nobody thought, because everybody thought he was going back to Oregon, he wasn't going to sign, and then out the blue, we got the breaking news. Chip Kelly going to the Eagles. He came in first year, went 10-6. We took the league by storm. Everybody was like, wow, look at that offense. Then guess what? Hey, we did it again the second year, 10-6. Third year, the man didn't want a daggone offensive coordinator, and we saw the complete regress of this team. So I honestly think Chip Kelly would have had some success if he would have had an offensive coordinator or somebody calling plays for him. But at the same time, that's how this team fails every year, is we ain't got no kind of an offensive coordinator. When we won the Super Bowl, guess what we had? An offensive coordinator. So
you know what though? But Riley, I don't think Riley, because Howie's gonna have to lose some of that power, and those callers, those really want that GM. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
True.
That's part of it too. So you know which one I liked, honestly? Joe Brady and Deuce Staley. Deuce Staley as an offensive coordinator, and Joe Brady, because Joe Brady's a man. He changed the whole LSU and Panthers offense. So and New Orleans.
So let me ask you this: would you give Deuce Staley the head coaching opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yes, Alpha. I love him. I think he'll run the rock. I think he'll do what we've been asking for the whole thing. And I think he already knows Carson, so he'll probably hire an offensive coordinator that will help him in the passing game. But I think he'll be a better CEO. You see what I'm saying? He'll be a better he knows Carson, and he knows what kind of coach that he needs. So
I can't even argue that one. And my hesitation is because we haven't seen it from Deuce, right? What was his title last year? What was he like? I thought he was a offensive coordinator and running something. Yeah, exactly. We don't know. I mean, we know he worked with the running backs, of course,
and they look good.
Yeah, exactly. He could turn our running backs legendary. But what I'm saying is, offensive coordinator with that title, that comes with a lot of responsibility. I don't know. I mean, Deuce, I think he deserves that opportunity as a head coach. I mean, he wasn't even getting that look as a coordinator, really. So I just don't think the team believes in him.
But you're hearing good things about him. Players are saying good things about him. So that already says that he has the locker room already off the bat. And that's something that we lost, right? So
absolutely.
Right off the bat, we're going to have the locker room with Deuce. And Deuce just needs to be an alpha. And you know what? We need somebody that will stand up to Howie and them. So we see arguments with them. That means we got the real coach. Because if not, I think we're going to have another 4-12 for a long time, my friend.
I'm not ready for that, brother. I'm not ready for that one. But
that's reality, man.
I know. And that's a sad thing right now. I honestly believe the more time we're wasting with this, hey, listen, I mean, we may lose out on some of these coaches, or we may be pressed to pick a coach that's only there because they're there. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to flip lids if somehow Kellen Moore's announced as our head coach.
Right?
Bruh, I'm going to lose. Y'all, look, hey, y'all make sure y'all check that video if that's the case, because I'm going off on everybody in this organization. But at the same,
because that means he's a puppet. Then that's what they want.
I mean, it's possible.
So, and that means that we're gonna be the Cowboys then, you know what I mean, like Jerry Jones.
This organization kind of is unfortunately looking like it's leaning towards ownership wise. So I just hope this team wakes up again. There's still some good some coaching candidates out there. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't believe in Deuce, because again, I'm going to tell you right now, he deserves an opportunity. But I'm nervous to see, again, will this team surround him with the talent that he needs, the coaching staff that he needs? Will they support Deuce? Because I don't want Deuce being no scapegoat at the end of the year, you're fired because, you couldn't save this mess of a team. So,
man. You know what, though? I think if he... That's the thing. That's why I'm confused, because if the articles came out that Carson Wentz was in the interviews and all that stuff, I'll have so much hope, because that's telling me that they really believe in him, and I think he could take us to the promised land. But if they don't trust it, just trade him. I mean, I know he's gonna be in a "I told you so" kind of scenario, But to be honest, it went from 60-40. I used to look at now like everybody doesn't like after the article it's like 30-70 now with Carson. So
yeah,
I mean,
I'm honestly still on that.
if I was in Carson's shoes, I'll leave. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a lot, bro. Like a statue, a quarterback. I'm always hurt. Max Kellerman, Philadelphia fans,
Yes.
head coach. And so let's say if he does mess up the first 2 weeks, let's say, right? What they're gonna say? Oh, we should have kept Doug, and Doug wasn't the problem. Now I'm the problem. So now my cap's gonna go all the way down again. So
You're completely right. The first moment Carson goes out, and if he is a starter for the first couple weeks, and he does anything kind of bad,
right?
This media and this fan base is gonna bring him all the way up.
Yeah. So why would I want that pressure? You know what I mean? Like, what would I?
Exactly. Now, I understand that. Again, it's a financial burden also because 30-something million. Listen, that's not something you just walk away from. Hey, listen, you want something from your investment, but at the same time, where do you draw that line?
You know, but it's not a bad contract, to be honest, if he goes to another team. I think because he's not gonna be able to work in our team. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know those and you know what gets on my nerves? The young receivers, like they have no respect for him. It's like, oh well, this and that, and then it's like, dude, he's the franchise quarterback. He won 13 games. Like you just came from college and they're all matching you by Justin Jefferson and all them. So to me, it's like they have no respect for him. Yeah, if I was him, I'll talk to Frank Reich and I'll be like, hey, what's up? Do you need me or not? And then just start working it from right there.
Hey, absolutely, brother. And again,
you know what? And why I want him is because he never threw nobody under the bus. He never threw nobody.
Yeah, absolutely.
He never threw anybody on the bus because he could have been like, oh, well, this is happening in the locker room. No one has respect for me or whatever. Or you know what I mean? Like just been like complaining like Doug. Doug was complaining. Doug was, you know what? When I was done with Doug, it's when they asked him about Brett Favre and they asked him about that article, and instead of saying, no, that's my dude, that's, you know, he was like, yeah, he's my quarterback. Bro.
Listen, this whole city, again, and we're notorious for it. We're quick to run somebody up out of here. Like, I had to think to myself, like, we really ran Andy Reid up out of here.
I would say too.
We ran a goat of a coach out of here. Like, so anybody is subject
for
to get
one season. One season.
Yes. Andy Reid went stagnant for 1 year. And again, mind you, he had a declining quarterback. He had Donovan McNabb. I mean, the battery was burnt out. Okay.
Right.
Then we had to go through the stretch of Vic and Kevin Cobb. And I mean, come on now. We ain't surround Andy Reid with a Carson Wentz. Let Andy Reid would have had Carson Wentz. Oh my goodness. This team would have been way different, my guy. So
and you know what? I think he got tired of Howie too. I think they were having a lot of arguments too about players evaluation. So yeah, and now he loves it and over there, and he's the one that actually drafted on Patrick Mahomes.
Absolutely,
he's the one that told them, like, I want Patrick
quarterback. But at the same time, listen, guess who that GM was there though? Howie Roseman. Oh, absolutely. But at the same time, it's like what do you give Andy Reid to even be successful? They didn't draft no number one, QB for him, none of that. So it is what it is. Like,
you know what? I heard him too and he took all the credit for all those great seasons.
Oh, absolutely.
How he was like, yeah, it was all me. Like, dude, like, chill, bro. Like it was Donovan and Andy Reid. You didn't give him anything, bro. And we only have one good receiver, and look what happened.
It's terrible. Again, and that's why I'm honestly not convinced now. Again, we've wasted 5 years of Carson Wentz's career by not drafting, not putting resources around him. We're wasting his talent. And then now we're about to bring in a new coach here and tell this new coach they need to fix Carson. No, what Carson needs to do is honestly probably get a change of scenery and say, you know what? let me take my services somewhere else and go ahead and, become great, become with a coach or somebody that's going to build around me, teach me, ain't going to call me uncoachable, and is going to work with me. So, hey, listen, I'm not going to be shocked if Carson does that. But at the same time, listen, we need to figure out something. And it starts by getting a coach up in here, my guy.
And I'm good with rebuilding with Jalen Hurts. And if he doesn't do good in one season, we got next year's draft and we'll get a quarterback. Quarterback are coming great off the off college now. It's not the same like 10 years ago. They're good like right off the bat. So I'm down with that. In the draft, I'll trade down and get.
So you would trade back in this draft?
Yeah, and then get an extra pick, and I want Najee Harris. I want a combination of power and speed. That's my idea. And then in the late rounds, go offensive line. Just
okay. See, that's kind of where. Real quick, I just wanted to touch on that too, because that honestly is where I'm looking at draft too. Depending on what quarterback we get or we're gonna keep, that should be dependent or determine what we're getting on, on draft day. If we get a defensive coach first of all, I think our pick needs to be defense. But if we get an offensive-minded coach, listen, if Carson Wentz is going to be the quarterback, we might want to get, if he's available, that top lineman. I think, what is it? Like Sweeney or what? I think it's like the top O-lineman in this draft. So, look, we might have to invest in an O-line if Carson Wentz is going to be our quarterback. So, I don't know. A lot of this stuff, I want to see what coach we have. That's going to determine what we're drafting.
But if we go Micaiah Parsons and go Asante Samuel in the second round and then go Andre Cisco in the third round, I think we get a name right there. We fix our safety, linebacker, and corner.
That would look nice.
And then get
nice.
And they get on Tamarian Terry in the fourth round because he's 6'4". And runs like a 4.4 4.3, man. That boy could.
Hey, you know what? One thing is, we're going to go ahead and find this thing out soon enough, my guy. Listen, hey, I'm about to hop off this thing in a minute. I'm going to answer a couple last few questions on here.
For it, man. Thanks for the time. Thanks for your content, bro. And thanks for everything, man. I appreciate that.
My guy, as always, listen, we got a long off season, brother. We on the couch right now. This is what it's like to be in the basement of the division, unfortunately. Hey, it's terrible. We going through the whole rebuild. But hey, we gonna get back to the winning ways. Please believe that, my guy.
Man, that Jack and Coke is gonna be real good for 2-3 more seasons.
Already, my guy.
Man.
Hey, till next time, bro. No shit.
All right, brother. Salute.
Already, my guy Edwin in this thing, man. Hey, listen, gang. Again, we got a whole bunch of stuff we about to find. Hey, how this stuff irons out for these Eagles. Real quick, I'm going to go through some last-minute questions. I see I got my guy, Philly Ace 21, asking me real quick, hey, what do you think about Josh McDaniel? Hey, listen, he ain't definitely the highest on my list. I understand why the Eagles are, pretty much interviewing him, but it is what it is. Right now, I want the Eagles to go get who they want to get, which, again, if that's Lincoln Riley, which they wanted him before Doug Peterson, listen, go pay that man, get that man up out of Oklahoma, go surround him with a cast and get the job done. Because I don't want no excuses from this organization that they didn't get the right coach because they didn't have enough people to interview from or the selection ran out. So, no. Hey, listen, if there's been multiple reports of Jeffrey Lurie really wanting him some Lincoln Riley, yes, go open up that checkbook and go get that man. But at the same time, listen, I'm not going to put Josh McDaniels above Eric Bieniemy in my case because I would want to see him also, and I'd also want to see Deuce Staley. But at the same time, listen, Josh McDaniel, I understand the interview, but it ain't making no sense right now. Hey, just off of what we looking at right now, look, we wasting time. That's how I feel with my team, my organization. We wasting a bunch of time. But we need to get it figured out. I see I got my guy. Hey, Big Simple, we lit in this thing. I see you, bro. Hey, Washington content creator. Hey, how y'all feel about that drop-off? Welcome to the couch also, brother. You already know. Go check my mans out. But, hey, listen, gang. We going to watch this whole show play out with these Eagles. This coaching search, yes, it's been looking like a joke at times. I swear they better not hire Kellen Moore up in here or anybody Calturd affiliated, because they some straight ops and we ain't trying to rock with the op. So absolutely not, gang. So gang, y'all know what it is. It's always fly, Eagles, fly. We gonna keep kicking this flavor, gang, and y'all have yourselves a wonderful Eagles night. And until next time, y'all know what it is, gang. Gonna keep the notion.